Hi, welcome to this next Flip Preaching video. My name's Andy. We've got a wonderful passage to think about this week. The long passage, well, it's not that long anyway, but the whole thing is John 13, 31 to 35. But we're going to focus on just one slither of this because it's so important and it's so key. And in fact, apparently, Saint Jerome, who lived a long time ago, one of the early church fathers, said that in John, who wrote this gospel, in his later life, he kind of boiled down his message to this one little bit. So John kind of increasingly, as he spent a long time leading a church, reflecting on what he learned from Jesus when he was around him as a young man, he boils it down to this. This is his kind of refined essence of what it's all about. And he says, quoting Jesus, "A new commandment I give to you, a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another as I loved you." So we are to love one another as Jesus loved us. Now, the word "as", it's a very strong word actually, and it kind of means on the basis of, or on the grounds that. So you love one another on the basis that I loved you. So because Jesus loved us, and because he gave up everything for us, and he was prepared to do that, and he showed the greatest love, because of that we're then to love each other. And in a way, that's it. That's it. That's the gospel. That's the good news. We're to love one another because Jesus loved us. He takes care of it. He takes care of everything else. Our job is just to love one another in the same way. John also writes again about the same kind of time in one of his letters, which we call the first letter of John. It's also in the scriptures. We know that we have passed from death to life because we love one another. Whoever does not love abides in death. As if that's the thing that separates us from death and life, is whether we love one another. So, on one level, it's totally simple. Our job is to love each other. John here was primarily thinking about the people in his Christian community. But he wasn't saying that we don't love people outside of that too. That was just his focus. His focus was on getting his community strong. But Jesus was always about expanding the boundaries wider and wider and wider. So we love people because God loved us. I'm going to stop there because that's it. There's a whole load more than that, but we've got to get this. This is the core. This is the heart. If we don't love, then we're living in death. We're not living in life. We haven't yet got eternal life. Eternal life comes when we love one another. So, there we go. Love one another because Jesus loved you. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.